What is the major bull case for stocks right now?
I'll have to be honest with you. I would love your opinion. I can't quite figure it out. I think part of what has happened is that we have lived in a low inflation, high liquidity environment for so long and we've gone through we went through a pretty rapid sea change, marked by a global pandemic. And I think a lot of things in this economy have changed, and I don't think traders are really getting the Fed's message or have really accepted that this is going to be a long slog.
Absolutely. And I think when you look at just some of the price action here, Emily, and partly to Kriti's question and partly to, I think, what you were talking about a little bit earlier, I feel a little kinship with you now. I don't really talk much about this, but my family was actually in the corrugated box business as well. And I'm curious about the disconnect that we see between what the market is trying to price in and what we really are seeing on the ground in the real economy. And the idea that Jay Powell, at least publicly, seems to have articulated this idea that he is much more concerned about the effects on the real economy and less concerned here about keeping financial markets humming in a way that we had come to expect out of the Fed over the last decade and a half.
Mm-hmm. Jay Powell has decided that he's going to communicate in a way that previous Fed chairmen have not, very regularly, but I think, frankly, every time anything slightly optimistic leaves his lips, the market rallies, and it reverses what the Fed is trying to do. So I'm a little bit puzzled that he's not sending more negative, signals. So when the CEO of the Atlanta Fed, Raphael Bostic, came out and suggested, it was yesterday or maybe 2 days ago, that maybe they'd only cut by 25 basis points, the market soared. So it's almost, people are looking for optimistic signs. And I still think it's just because there's a lot of money out there and people have not gotten the message.